Plaintiff Denise Laney says she met the defendant after she moved from Texas, and Denise took her into her group of friends. Denise claims the defendant invited her to go to Grand Cayman for a wedding, so Denise gave her money for the ticket. But then the defendant uninvited her, so she wants her money back. Defendant Tina Payton admits that she invited Denise to go to Grand Cayman with her. But after she accepted the invitation, Tina saw Denise's true colors. Tina claims one night while they were out drinking, Denise became irrational and started screaming at her. So that's why she uninvited her on the trip.
Start with you.
Okay, I met Tina December 2015. She moved here from Texas, didn't know anybody. We took her in, my friends, in our group. We hung out several months, we're friends, we had a lot of fun. One night we went out, her and another girl, went out and we went and got some beer and was driving around, and she got upset, and I haven't heard from her or talked to her since.
Upset about what?
She was upset because she thought we'd put her in a bad position, and we didn't know what she was talking about.
All right, what do you want to tell me?
Okay, I met Denise in December. I'd just moved from Texas, was kind of looking to make some friends, so a mutual friend of ours invited me to a Christmas dinner. I met Denise and thought she's maybe somebody I could be friends with. We seemed to click. So we hung out, for a few weekends after that. And Denise lives in a small town where most people know each other. We would just go to the local places and visit. But each time I visited Denise, I noticed there was always an issue. It was her ex-husband, her kids, her neighbors, her coworkers or something. And I started realizing she's, got some issues.
That's not true.
And
That's not true.
So basically, the night that we were invited to go out to the lake house, I was supposed to meet Denise that night.
Plaintiff Denise Laney was supposed to go to Grand Cayman with the defendant, but the defendant claimed she uninvited Denise after she realized Denise was irrational.
Go ahead.
I was planning on going to Grand Cayman. My good friend is having his dream wedding. I was going to be sharing a room with another woman, and Denise said, I want to go, and I said, buy a ticket.
Go. She asked.
I said, go on, so anyhow. Anyways, so she's going. She gives me the money. I buy her ticket on my credit card, and it's a plan. Now we go out to the lake house night comes along. I meet Denise at her apartment, and she's already high-strung, very, for lack of a better word, manic, because that day she had found out that a man that she knows had moved out of his house, so she assumed he moved in with his girlfriend, and she wrote a big long letter to him on Facebook, and I suggested that might not be such a good idea because he might use this against her. He was a friend of her kids and her ex-husband who also had a problem with it. And this is on information that she's given to me. So anyway, went to the lake house, and the mutual friend says, let's go get some beer. I don't have any. We drove to a convenience store, bought beer. Denise says, I got paid today, and I'm going to buy everybody a drink at this bar. So off we went from the convenience store, and she whizzed right past the bar. No. And I said, I was going to pee in there. I need to go pee.
What now?
I said, I needed to pee, so I thought you were going to stop at the bar.
We were just at 10 stops.
She says, oh, no, I've got something way better than that. So she drives through the neighborhood, stops in front of this big, huge house and says, isn't this a gorgeous home? And she and I both agree, yeah, that's a lovely home. Still, I need to go pee. Secondly, she says, that home was where me and my husband lived when we were married, and he sold that home for $300,000 and didn't give me a red penny. Pee in that yard. And I said, I am not going to do that. Suddenly I'm thinking, oh God, who am I hanging out with? So then the girl in the back seat, you said you were in the Army and peed out in the middle of nowhere. I said, this is not the middle of nowhere. Drunk? Pardon?
Were you all
No, sir,
drunk?
we were not drunk. No. We had just picked up our beer. We were going to take it back to the house.
You all act like this sober?
I've never done anything like this with these people.
Yeah, but those two friends, those two ladies then, they were sober and they're requesting that you urinate on a stranger's lawn.
This is correct.
No, it's rural.
So basically, it's rural. So anyway, I don't care where it is. It's somebody's front yard. It's a person's house. Anyhow, long story short, We go back, you know, the girl in the back seat was not sure why I wasn't going pee out there either. And I said, I'm not going to do it. If you want to pee, go right ahead.
I got to go to the bathroom now.
We go back to the house. She's continuing with her antics. And at this point, she's already been in my face a couple of times. So that night, I got home and thought, good Lord, what in the world have I done?
Now let me allow her to give her perspective on this, ma'am.
Okay, yes, sir. We did leave the lake house to go to a temp stop to get some adult beverages. And she said, I have to go to the bathroom. I said, go here. I don't want to go here. And I said,
no,
okay.
Go here as in where?
You didn't say that
at the gas station.
You asked me in front of the house.
The witness in the back seat heard me say this. She heard the whole thing.
Tell her to go to the temp stop.
So
and
we
then
went to temp stop and she didn't want to go. So then I said, okay, I'm gonna show you guys something. 5 minutes from there in the rural area. And I said, this is where my kids grew up. I have to go to the bathroom. And I said, go here. No one will even see you. I'm not going here. And I said, okay. So I went down around the street where there's a little more rural because, you know, I just thought, you know, and I don't want to go here. And I said, okay. So we went back to the house, which was 5 minutes from there, and ended up having fun. We played darts all night, laughed.
And you all didn't argue or anything?
No, sir. It was just all in fun.
You didn't argue that night?
I played the night out because that was my ride. I get home. I feel very uncomfortable about the evening. I don't know what to do. So the next day I wake up, it's still in my mind. I felt like the smart thing to do is confront her and let her know how I felt about the previous evening. I texted and said, I have to make a decision here. And I made a hard decision.
Because you didn't trust her behavior.
Correct.
And you disinvited her. And that's why you're suing for the ticket and the passport.
But I didn't. Exactly. The ticket she paid for.
Let her tell me about it.
Yes.
Ma'am, why should she pay you?
I gave her the $600. I didn't get a go. Because she told me I was not invited.
I said I wasn't going to share a room with you.
Did she keep your money?
Yes.
She kept your money?
Well, I got the ticket. So, but you know, the ticket is non-transferable.
Uh-huh.
So, right. But yeah, and I have never seen heard from her since or seen that. And then the passport was $150.
Plaintiff Denise Laney was supposed to go to Grand Cayman with the defendant, but the defendant claimed she uninvited Denise after she realized Denise was irrational.
All right. When you discussed why she didn't want you to go, what did she say?
I see the text and I was like, great. So
and you just left it at that?
She said, I just wanted you to apologize. I did, sir. I apologized twice on the text.
After the text?
Yes. I said, I'm sorry. I just thought we were having fun.
Ma'am.
The text that I sent to her said, I might have said, I'm looking for an apology. But
and
had already justified.
Did she apologize?
I don't think so.
Okay, you're not thinking so sounds like a liar. You know whether this woman apologized or not. After all that, you remember everything else. Yeah. Did she apologize? I don't think so. You can remember every single facet of every fact. I'll grant you your judgment. You relied on her to that invitation. That's why you spent your money. You wouldn't have spent it otherwise. And she disinvited you, even though you apologized as she requested. She still, twice you say. So I'll grant you your judgment. She caused you to waste that $750. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I can't trust her.
I had to break up with a friend.
I cannot. I don't know if I was really a friend. You know, she just kind of used me.